Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're focusing on our fascinating and frankly pretty elusive feline friends. Look, we love them, we totally pamper them, and we share our lives with them. But sometimes, they're hiding a deeply guarded secret right in front of us. This explainer is all about understanding the really subtle, often totally missed signs that your cat is secretly asking for help. We're going to decode their behavior together so you can become an even better, more empathetic pet parent by learning to speak their hidden language.
So ask yourself, is your cat just being quirky or are they actually in pain? Because we all know cats are just fundamentally weird, right? I mean, they zoom around the house at 3 a.m. for literally no reason. They stare intently at completely blank walls. But can you confidently tell the difference between typical feline weirdness and a silent cry for help? The stakes here are actually surprisingly high. Missing these subtle shifts can truly mean the difference between a happy companion and one who is actively suffering in silence.
To really wrap our heads around why they do this, we've got to look back at their biological history. As both predators and prey, felines evolved to mask their vulnerabilities. To a cat, showing weakness is a direct threat to their survival. It's an evolutionary mystery solved. Out in the wild, if a cat shows that they're hurt or sick, boom, they instantly become an easy target for a larger predator. This brilliant survival mechanism is hardwired deep into their DNA. But man, it makes our jobs as modern pet parents incredibly difficult. Section 1. Masters of Disguise, Decoding the Silence. Our main goal today is to equip you with the exact tools you need to become a feline detective and read right past that evolutionary disguise. Before we jump into the 10 specific signs, let's quickly establish our baseline. What exactly are we looking for here? Well, we define feline distress as a state of physical or emotional suffering that's triggered by either acute medical pain or environmental stress. It's absolutely crucial to understand that distress isn't just about, a broken leg or a virus. It can for sure be a medical emergency, but it can equally be this profound emotional anxiety caused by just really subtle changes in their home environment. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the breakdown of these distress triggers. We've got 40% coming from medical pain, 35% from environmental stress, and 25% from behavioral anxiety. Just look at how evenly distributed these categories actually are. Environmental factors and anxiety make up a combined 60%. That means something as simple as a new piece of furniture, a stray cat hanging out by the window, or even just a change in your work schedule can be just as distressing to your cat as an actual physical ailment. Section 2. Shifting daily habits when routines break. The very first clues of distress usually pop up right here. So if you want to know how your cat is genuinely doing, it's time to start paying way closer attention to their daily schedule.
Okay, just to make sure we aren't getting overly paranoid here, let's contrast a normal behavior with actual distress. Normal habit, regular daily grooming. Cats love to stay clean, it's just what they do. A distress habit, on the other hand, is over-grooming that actually leads to bald patches or raw skin. It's all about the intensity and the disruption. A quick bath is totally fine, but obsessively licking one spot on their belly until the fur is entirely gone, that is a massive red flag.
So let's break down the first 3 of our 10 signs, the daily shifts. Sign 1, sleeping becomes constant hiding. Now, we all know cats famously sleep something like 16 hours a day. Finding them snoozing in a sunbeam is just a normal Tuesday, right? But you've got to recognize when that relaxing sleep turns into fearful hiding. If they're suddenly wedged under the furthest, darkest corner of the bed and simply won't come out, even for their favorite food, we've got a problem. Sign 2, like we just touched on, is that obsessive over-grooming. And sign 3, sudden litter box avoidance. Listen, if your perfectly trained cat suddenly starts going outside the box, they aren't just being spiteful. Often, they're associating the litter box with physical pain, like from a urinary tract infection, or they're marking their territory out of severe, overwhelming stress. Section 3. Body language and posture, the silent language. I really need to stress this one. When you see these next signs, you have to take them seriously. They very often carry immediate, real medical implications. Here are signs 4 through 6, the physical tense cues. Sign 4 is persistently pinned back ears, what people often call airplane ears. Sign 5 is a rigid, crouched posture. You know that cute little meatloaf position they sit in? Imagine that, but instead of being totally relaxed, their muscles are entirely tensed up and they look like a tightly coiled spring. Sign 6 is dilated pupils in non-play settings. Let's create a quick picture here. Your cat isn't playing, there's absolutely no laser pointer around, but they're hunched tight in a corner, their eyes are just these wide black pools, and their ears are totally flattened. They aren't hunting, they are bracing themselves against internal discomfort. These 3 signs combined paint a remarkably clear picture of a cat in active pain. Ultimately, a tense physical posture is a protective shield. These postural changes aren't just random quirky things they do. They are simply the cat's instinctual way of physically guarding their vital organs from perceived outside threats or curling up tightly around deep internal pain. It's a completely automatic defensive lockdown. And this brilliantly illustrates our transition into Section 4, vocal and social changes, hearing the unspoken. We are now going to focus on how your cat interacts directly with you and their immediate environment. This brings us to signs 7 through 10, the social shifts. Sign 7 is uncharacteristic aggression. If your totally sweet, affectionate lap cat suddenly starts hissing or swatting when you just try to pet them, they might be aggressively protecting a really painful area. Sign 8 is actually the exact opposite, sudden, desperate clinginess. Some cats will excessively seek out their primary caregiver for comfort when they're feeling terrible. Sign 9 is excessive or totally new types of yowling, especially these low-pitched, guttural sounds you've literally never heard them make before. And finally, sign 10, a complete withdrawal from play. Any sudden extreme shift in your cat's unique personality, whether they suddenly transform into grumpy cat or they become a total Velcro cat, is a major sign they really need you. Just to be absolutely sure we're on the same page here, let's compare a normal late-night Zoomy session to a real distress signal. We all know the frantic midnight parkour routine across the living room furniture, right? But compare that to distress, which looks like constant, unsoothable pacing and yowling. One is just a standard, healthy burst of predatory energy. The other is a sign of deep, unmanageable agitation. If you can't distract them with a favorite toy or some food, and they just keep relentlessly pacing and vocalizing, they are actively asking for your help. So the crucial point is Section 5, what to do next, your action plan. All right, we've played detective, and now it's time to empower you to take definitive action for your pet. Here is your official feline detective action plan. Step 1, document the specific behavior. Grab your phone, take a quick video of that weird breathing, the stiff pacing, or literally just note down exactly what time they stopped eating. Having a documented timeline is incredibly helpful for your vet. Step 2, do not panic and definitely do not punish the cat. Remember, going outside the litter box or acting aggressively is a symptom of a much deeper problem, not just bad behavior. Punishing them, that'll only dramatically increase their environmental stress. Step 3, consult your veterinarian. Bring them your video evidence, explain the timeline you wrote down, and let the medical professionals take it from there. Remember, early observation leads directly to early intervention. And I want to reassure you right now, simply by being here, watching this explainer, and learning these 10 signs, you are already taking the absolute best possible step toward keeping your cat happy and healthy. You are doing a fantastic job just by paying attention and caring enough to learn this stuff. I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder. You know their favorite toys, you know exactly which flavor of treats they prefer on a lazy Sunday morning, but do you truly speak their silent language? I challenge you to actively apply what you've learned in this explainer today. The next time you look at your feline friend, look a little closer, look right past the fluff, and really listen to the silence. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.